My name is Shruti, and I have deaf blindness, which is combination of both vision and hearing impairment. Um, the it is communication issue. So I would like to start with what exactly is hearing impairment and speech impairment. Myself, being a person with dual sensory loss, and I can say that it is a communication issue. We know that as a child grows up, he or she learns through whatever they see or hear, well, and words develop only when they are able to hear. Now, let us take a look at hearing impairment. What exactly it is? Well, like, it is communication issue. Then, well, we cannot hear properly, so our speech is not so well developed. Myself, well, I used to hear and see well earlier, and then my problem is progressive, so it slowly decreased. Just everything. But and yeah, no, I would like to also point out that there are different types of hearing impairment, which is from medical point of view it is different. But I would like to share about experience. What exactly being a hearing impaired or deafblind is like. I can share about it. So, well, it is like missing many things in life. We are not able to understand here so many things. Let's take example of this meeting. Here, Windows had to type for me, and the everyone else are communicating verbally. The, I have friends who had been now hearing impaired since birth, and had other friends who lost hearing due to some types of English. Well, myself, I lost it slowly due to condition called Usher syndrome, due to which I am losing both vision and hearing too. Well, I used to hear well earlier, but since it slowly decreased, so my speech also getting affected. Well, our speech develops only when now we hear it. But apart from speech, also need to develop tone and many things. Well, we all know that every one of us has different tone in which we are talking. But we people with hearing impairment miss everything of it. You, though this hearing impairment, I feel that it is different from other disabilities because it is a bigger issue that communication is big issue. No, no. We lost communication. Well, a blind person or others are able to communicate and socialize well, but the people with deafness, hearing issues, and deaf blindness so miss it because we are not able to understand and communicate well. Well, other than that, the, it becomes so isolating for us. Well, not everyone has the habit of using gestures or hand actions while talking, so we cannot rely on others for the gestures to understand everything. Well, other than that, we also face barriers in education and employment. Well, let me tell you that deaf who cannot hear anything uses sign language to communicate. But there is big problem that through sign language they cannot be taught everything. And earlier people used to study until 8th standard only. I was lucky to study to complete my studies and graduation and everything, and become the first deafblind physiotherapist in India. but there are many others who face barriers because society do not cooperate with them. Just because we have a communication issue, they think that we are not able to do. I would remember that once someone told me, what kind of job would you do, you won't be able to do it because you cannot hear. Yes. Well, as Akansha ma'am said, that we don't need sympathy, we better need empathy. So, well, society needs to cooperate with us. Now, now, now technology is coming in and it is helping. Like we can use transcribe app or captioning and everything, but let me point out that it is not same for everyone. Now, as I said that in sign language we cannot teach everything. So now many who are total deaf use sign language to communicate, but they cannot read the full sentence and understand it. Because they cannot communicate the way that others and everyone do. And the many of those who are able to hear through hearing aids and uh, can speak with, but they cannot speak in proper ways. I mean, now what now seems normal to us for in speaking my, I mean, now all the words and sentence I speak made sound the normal to me, but to those who are hearing will point out the mistakes. Even I have to struggle with my speech because the I cannot hear those words and have to make a constant effort. It is more or less same or different for many with hearing impairment. With well, and many of us, no matter how much we studied graduation or post graduation and or even PhD, there is always a problem that society do not accept us and reject us because of the communication issue. Because we are not able to communicate and prove that we are able to do it. And also, I would like to point out that some medical instruments like equipments, suppose hearing aids and cochlear implants, it may help few and may not help others. Well, let me share my own experience of using hearing aids for some time. It was costly. I tried different ones, and people started saying that I should be able to hear through hearing aids because I am using it. But reality was that I was not able to hear any words, even though I tried for months and did resettings. Well, people should stop expecting that medical things are advanced, and so we should be able to hear. Well, even hearing aids and cochlear implant do not make us understand or able to hear everything, not 100%. It and music and everything that you all enjoy or lyrics or well, we cannot understand and enjoy it fully. Even with hearing aids, it is difficult to understand everything. And the whole full music we cannot understand. Well, people with who are hearing it may take it for granted, but for us it is a constant struggle. Very, even technology is are not 100% accurate. Well, when we use type transcribe or captioning, which is automated, it does make errors. And so it is difficult for us to understand everything. Even with this technology, we have to make a constant effort to. So basically, deaf blindness and deaf hearing impairment, more of communication issue. And besides this hearing impairment and speech impairment, I would also like to point out that in India there are many who have this dual sensory loss. So apart from just hearing issue, they also suffer some level of visual impairment. I also have this, and we struggle even more because we can't even see gestures properly. There are people who have total deafness and blindness. There are people who are slowly losing vision or hearing, and there are people who have this hearing or constant in hearing or vision in stable but not normal. It is important that society know that we are able and we need empathy. They should be able to cooperate with us, and we also are human. I would like to say that it is not our choice to be a person with disability. Rather, we are we have this disability, and we are dragged into this to use these technologies and everything.